So why, pray tell, is Social Security running out? Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Social Security is the bedrock of the majority of Americans' retirement income. And so when you hear the news telling you that Social Security is running out, it can make you want to hide under a rock or maybe protest at the gates of the Social Security office. But it might help you sleep better at night if you just understand the mechanics of Social Security. And that's what we're going to talk about on today's video. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for a regular, pleasant financial conversation. Or if you're a woman and you would like to join my online community for women, jump over to Facebook, Pleasant Financial Conversations, and you will find me there. So here's the skinny on why the trust fund is starting to run out. It was always created as a pay-as-you-go system. That means you have current workers funding current retirees at the same time. So cash in, cash out. However, the greatest generation did a fantastic job of procreating, and there were many, many baby boomers. And so when the baby boomers got into their higher earning years, they were paying a lot into the system. A lot of people paying a lot of money into the system, and more than was needed to take out of the system. And therefore, the trust fund began to build. And it built and built and built until the scales have started to tip. And now baby boomers are retiring at a rapid rate of 10,000 people per day. That's a lot. Here's the deal. Not as many children were created into this world after the baby boomer generation. And so Gen X is a lot smaller of a generation than the baby boomer generation. And so that generation has not paid in as much to kind of keep up with that trust fund building. You've got less people paying into the system and still more pressure coming out of the system while baby boomers are Furthermore, collecting. You have Gen Y generation, my generation, that had entered the workforce at an abysmal time. You might recall the financial crisis. Yeah, that's when we stepped in. So we're finally playing catch up and earning a pretty decent income, very stable jobs, paying pretty well into Social Security, though I wouldn't mind any of you baby boomers coming back to me and saying thanks. Just kidding. But alas, though we are putting some wind in the sails of the baby boomers, it is not fast enough. Cost of living continues to increase, so really, it's down to legislators. It's down to legislators making decisions on what to do with the Social Security system. Because if nothing is done, then benefits must be reduced in the decade of the 2030s. Once the pool is gone, will be reduced to 85% of what it currently is. So what are those levers that they can push? Well, they can increase the amount of income that is FICA taxable, so increase the amount of taxable income that pays towards Social Security taxes. They can increase the age of full retirement age, which they probably will, so I'll probably have to retire at like 70. They can lower or eliminate the cost of living adjustments, and they could just lower benefits longer term, change the calculation. They've got so many options. I only gave 4 of them, but really they've got probably about 20 different options of ways that they can maneuver it. So it's up to legislators. So if that decision is in somebody else's hands, you might still feel a little bit anxious. So what do you need to do? Well, if you're nearing retirement, you better be darn sure that you're collecting your Social Security at an optimal time and not shortchanging yourself for short-term results. You got to look at this from the big picture long-term. And if you have never done that with an advisor integrated into a retirement income plan, that's where I step in. A pleasant financial conversation might just serve you very well. At that, we give you the clarity to understand what your income looks like in the future, the maneuvers that you can pull today, whether that's increasing savings, decreasing spending, your debt payoff structure, that helps you gear up and be in an optimal place for yourself, your facts and circumstances for your retirement. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. When you're ready for that discussion, go to our website, www.pleasantwealth.com, to request a meeting. And until next time, friends, you take care.